Bullshit.
It's the No BS Marketing Show. I'm Dave Mastovich, CEO and founder of Massolutions, the world's only no bullshit marketing firm. Have you ever had Bulletproof Coffee? If not, you might want to try it. That's what I did about 7 or 8 years ago because I love the taste of coffee, but I didn't like the feeling that I got through jitteriness after I had any type of coffee. I had searched for years trying to find an option since, again, I enjoyed the taste of coffee. And I read about how supposedly this upgraded coffee was the name, and Dave Asprey of Bulletproof Coffee, or just the Bulletproof brand, preached about how because of their system and their process and how they clean the coffee, get rid of mold, etc., that it could reduce jitteriness. I thought, it's worth buying a bag of Bulletproof Coffee. I did that, and it wasn't jittery for me. So I thought I had a little bit of a solution. Well, then I get on to learn about how they have the Bulletproof Coffee, which uses all kinds of different things in it. And one of the items that it put into its coffee was grass-fed butter. And that's what the topic of today's podcast will be about, grass-fed butter and branding. Because I had to search for some grass-fed butter a while ago. Now, this is 7, 8 years ago. Wasn't the easiest thing to find, but I was able to find Kerrygold grass-fed butter. And again, if you're unfamiliar with Bulletproof Coffee, it's a coffee that's mixed with brain octane, which is purified MCT oil, and grass-fed butter, and it's meant to replace a carbohydrate-laden breakfast. It keeps you fuller for a longer time period and gives you a boost of energy to power you through your morning. Now, let me say, the keeping you fuller thing, I didn't get that effect as much as they claim. They claim that it could almost be a breakfast replacement. When I was on a Bulletproof Coffee part of my diet for a number of years, it was a good pick-me-up. It enabled me to have less carbs, but I still felt I needed to have more than just that. It was not a breakfast replacement for me. But it included this brain octane, which is like pure directly to helping reduce brain fog is what they refer to it as, and that cloudiness you feel in the morning. And then you had the grass-fed butter, which mixed in with all of that, gave it an interesting taste. It did give you a bit of a fullness, and I didn't get the jitteriness. But this isn't a promotional podcast for Bulletproof Coffee, although I do recommend trying it. This is focused on Kerrygold grass-fed butter because I believe it's a living, breathing case study of the power of the 4 P's of marketing to build a brand and grow sales. As a quick refresher, the 4 P's of marketing are product, development of your product. That's why product development is a piece of marketing. Price, how you price is essential. And we work with a lot of B2B clients that aren't leveraging the price aspect of marketing the way they should. Even professional services firms, actually most notably, professional service firms aren't focusing on price from a marketing standpoint. And then promotion, 3rd P, which makes sense. People think of marketing as the advertising, the social media, the press releases, the PR, the blogs, social media posts, promotion. Okay, then the 4th one, place, and that's where do you offer your product? How easy is it for people to get it? How convenient is it? It's distribution. So it's the 4th P is place. And the product can be defined as either a physical or intangible service that's unique and fulfills a need of the consumer. And to get your product the right way, you have to have ongoing marketing intel. And you have to do that by talking to current and past customers, talking to internal stakeholders, talking to people that refer to you, both whether you're business to consumer or business to business. The 2nd P of price is once the product's established, pricing must be decided upon. The price plays a factor in demand, supply, profit margin, and marketing strategy. You have to price it at a price they're willing to pay. Promotion can be anything, as I said, from advertising, content marketing, email marketing, social media marketing, all touch points working together to support your overall big idea, your why, and your customer's why. The 4th P is place. Placement is about presenting your product to the right people at the right place at the right time. It's imperative you meet your target audience where they are and don't make your target audience come to you. I believe Kerrygold leverages all 4 of these P's in one way or another with their grass-fed butter. Let me explain. Kerrygold and influencer marketing promotion, that P, as America's second best-selling brand of butter behind Land O'Lakes, Kerrygold's in a league of its own when it comes to attracting a following and promoting its product. Many big-name brands rely on influencer marketing to help expand their reach and garner the attention of their target audience far beyond what they could on their own. But leveraging influencer marketing often comes with a hefty cost. The price tag can range from anywhere from $1,000 to $1 million to more. In fact, Kylie Jenner takes home over $1.2 million per post. $1.2 million per post. It's a crazy stat, but companies that are serious about building brand awareness will shell out the cash to do so. However, this wasn't the case for Kerrygold because they didn't have to shell out the cash. Celebrities like Sarah Jessica Parker, Chrissy Teigen, Kourtney Kardashian, and the founder of Bulletproof Coffee, Dave Asprey, have expressed their love of the creamy golden butter without payment or prodding. Even world-renowned chefs tout their love for the brand, which is huge in the social media world because we all want to say we use the same stuff as the celebrity chefs. These celebrities are so impressed with the product that they took it upon themselves to tell their followers about it. And I would argue the same thing happened for Bulletproof Coffee. Celebrities talked about that, and it hit a peak point and became mainstream. You started hearing about it. In fact, Upgraded Coffee and the Bulletproof brand expanded from just direct to consumer through the internet to actually having it in stores now. But back to Kerrygold. They're not taking to social to dedicate posts to this Irish butter. They're mentioning it by name when they talk about the type of butter they use in their cooking or in their Bulletproof Coffee. For any brand, using celebrities with this type of clout is a big win in the brand awareness department. So under the P of promotion, Kerrygold really tied back with having a strong product, distribute it in a manner to get it out, and they were able to then leverage the promotion from people that were doing it unpaid. Now, on the placement side, their distribution, Kerrygold, before we get into how they distribute, let's first think about how packaging helps other brands stand out among the competition. Apple's products are delivered in minimalist white boxes. Starbucks dresses up their beverages with holiday cups. And even Massolutions packages our professional services in a unique, no BS way. Kerrygold's packaging provides a sensory experience of its own thanks to its gold and silver foil-wrapped bricks of butter, which differentiate the brand from other butter brands on store shelves. And I will say, when I searched for that grass-fed butter 7 or 8 years ago when it was uncommon to find, and there were 2 brands, that packaging played a big role. The gold or the silver foil-wrapped bricks, being in bricks, was a little bit different, differentiated the brand from other butter brands on store shelves. But beyond the metallic foil, the logo and illustration of the grazing cows brings the idea of grass-fed butter to life. This is especially important because on average, consumers form a first impression of a brand within 7 seconds of seeing the product, which makes custom and creative packaging that much more important and ties into the P of promotion, which we already went over. Then let's talk about Kerrygold's placement of their product and how they built the product around that. You could have the best packaging in the world, but if your product isn't cutting it, it doesn't matter because people will try it once and then they'll actually criticize you on social media. For Kerrygold, the quality transcends from the packaging to the actual product. To truly understand the allure of Kerrygold's grass-fed butter, we need to stop for a history lesson to learn about the butter-making industry, which is a staple in Ireland, the home of the brand. When you think of Ireland, odds are you think of mild, wet weather, and you'd be right. While it might not be the best place for getting a suntan, it's perfect for grass growing, which sustains the cows that graze 300 days a year on the land. This has always been the case in Ireland, and in 1961, the Irish government realized an opportunity and capitalized when they created the Irish Dairy Board that subsequently created the Kerrygold brand in 1962 to help give the Irish dairy industry a boost. Though Kerrygold's been around for many years, its story in the United States doesn't begin until 1999. The Irish Dairy Board had the idea to ship a few thousand bricks of Kerrygold butter to the U.S. However, the group didn't have high hopes for the success of their product in the United States. But the rest, you can say, is history. For the past 20 years, Kerrygold has been a top contender in the world of grass-fed butter, not just because of its robust flavor, but its roots in Ireland, where a grass-fed diet is the norm, and this ultimately makes the product better because of the attention and care that goes into the actual production. All in all, the company's marketing is credited with creating a brand that reigns supreme. Everything from the gold foil packaging, the association with Ireland, the different texture and taste, the celebrity influencers, the messaging, the adapting and leveraging to the changing tastes in America to eat differently and more healthy, makes Kerrygold grass-fed butter a marketing white paper to pay attention to. And that makes it no BS. So Kerrygold's grass-fed butter and all the story around the price, the product, the packaging, the promotion, and how it's grown, and how tying into the Bulletproof Coffee craze and explosion all played a role in Kerrygold's success and growth to be the second best-selling butter. And it shows how marketing includes your product development. It includes your pricing. It includes your placement, how you distribute it with your packaging and that foil. And of course, it includes your promotion. That's the latest episode of the No BS Marketing Show, recorded in our studios in bold, beautiful downtown Pittsburgh. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll try Bulletproof Coffee. If you go to the Upgraded Coffee or Bulletproof site, they have all kinds of products. They have some really good sports types drinks that are tasty and give you a lot of the collagen and XCT oil, the brain octane, and so forth. And try Bulletproof Coffee, but also think a little bit differently now when you pass the butter area and you see Kerrygold's grass-fed butter. Thanks for listening to this episode of the No BS Marketing Show. Remember, ask yourself, what's the big idea? And build your story around the answer. It's all about bold solutions, no BS.